Okay, hi guys. This is just a quick unboxing of the Zalman cnps90F. It's a low price CPU cooler, and well, it's low price because you can pick it up for around $8, so it's really cheap. And yeah, we're gonna open it up and see what there is. Just from the outside of the box, you can see some of the specifications. It has, well, it's about 240 grams in weight. It's made of pure aluminium, 92mm fan on the top of it. It runs at about 2300 RPM, give or take, at full speed, and the noise level is about 29 decibels. Something to note about that 29 decibel noise level of it, because it's a Zalman product, it's actually recommended that you use it with a fan controller or a Zalman FanMate, which is going to allow you to control the speed of it. So let's open this up. So on the inside you can see, well, the first thing you see is the basic CPU cooler itself. Let's take this out. So yeah, there's the cooler, and well, one thing I like about it is you can see here it actually has a sort of honeycomb design to it. It's actually pretty light as well, like we said, 240 grams. One thing I like about it is the fact that it's sort of in a honeycomb shape. As you can see, it's narrowest at the bottom and then sort of grows wider to the top of it. This is good because when you install it in your motherboard, you don't want components like chipset coolers or RAM to get in the way. So, I mean, the fact that it's sort of narrow at the bottom just means that there's less chance that it's gonna clash with something on your motherboard. Something here to note is that it's a 3-pin power connector, which means it doesn't have that 4th pin, which is gonna sort of communicate with your motherboard and allow your motherboard to automatically regulate the fan speed. So that's why I said it's recommended that you use it with a fan controller like the Zalman FanMate, for example. Something else that you can see here is stock out of the box. It comes in the AMD configuration. You can see this sort of plate that just latches onto your motherboard. It's compatible with a wide range of AMD motherboards, but it's also compatible with a wide range of Intel motherboards as well. So if you're an Intel guy, it's nothing to worry about. You can use this all the same. So going back to the box, we see here is a little plastic bag which has a sachet of thermal grease. That's something I like, because I don't like it when they sort of give you a layer of thermal grease on the cooler already when you buy it, because those tend not to be so good. Here you can see some plastic pins, which is obviously for the Intel guys. If you're using an Intel motherboard, you're going to need those pins. But for AMD guys, it's sort of just basic. Just apply the thermal grease and then just get it on there. If we go back to the box, over here we can see there's a black base. It's a black plastic base, but it's really, I mean, you can feel it's rock solid. It's not bending or soft or anything, so pretty much no chance of this breaking, so that's good. And then yeah, this will just go on the bottom of the Intel motherboards if you're using one. Put that aside. So the last thing in the box then is the little Zalman instruction book. You can see there. This is the front page of it, 4-language instruction book. And then let's open this up. So there you can see the front page of it, user's manual. and some precautions over there. Basically what's included, then a quick install guide. Yeah, and that's it. Okay guys, so that was the unboxing of the Zalman cnps90F low price CPU cooler. And I'm out. So cheers. Alright guys, so now I have the CPU cooler installed here on my PC. One thing that I didn't really like about it was, if you look down here, some of the other CPU coolers have an arm that you latch on to the base of the motherboard, and then you sort of just swing it around so the CPU cooler pulls tight. This cooler doesn't have that. This rather has like a sort of a pin that you have to push down to latch it onto the base of the motherboard, which I find to be quite difficult, because if you see that plate that runs through the cooler, you have to bend that quite a bit before it actually latches on both sides. So that's one thing that I didn't really like about it. There's the other pin. But other than that, no real problems. So yeah, let's see how this does in terms of cooling. Okay guys, so here's just a quick noise test. I put this noise level meter on just so you guys can sort of gauge the amount of noise around me while the PC is not on, just so we can see how much noise the CPU fan makes. So I'm just going to keep quiet for a few seconds just so we can get a baseline. Okay, so it seems to stay around 35-36 decibels. So now I'm going to switch it on just so you can see the difference. Okay, so there it goes up to about 48 decibels. Now, the thing is, the CPU cooler at the moment is actually the loudest part of my computer. So that should pretty much give you an idea of how much it increases the noise level. So, yeah. Okay guys, so this is sort of an idea of the temperature that you can expect with the CPU cooler. At the moment you can see all 4 of my cores are running at about 23-24 degrees, and yeah, I'm running a AMD Athlon quad core, which has a power rating of about 95 watt. So it's right up to the limit of what the CPU cooler is supposed to handle, but as you can see on idle, there's really no problem. And yeah, you can see over there, minimum 22 degrees, max 27 degrees. So that's it for the idle temperature. So lastly, I'm using AMD Overdrive just to put maximum load on the CPU and see what kind of temperatures we can expect there. So as you can see, my CPU is running at 100% usage, and you can see that all 4 cores are absolutely maxed out. Now I've been having it like this for quite some time, running it under max load, and as you can see here, the maximum temperature that I've got out of it so far was 48 degrees. And you can see here at the moment all 4 cores are running at 47 degrees full load. So I think that's really impressive, especially if you take into account how low priced this cooler is. With the stock AMD cooler, you at this stage you'd be getting about 65, 66 degrees, maybe even 67. So I think that's a really good result from this cooler. But let me know, maybe some of you out there have the same cooler, let me know what you think about it. Have you had any problems? And in general, let's get a discussion going. What CPU cooler are you using? Are you happy with it? Any questions? So yeah, guys,